Suddenly the COVID pandemic arrives and I lose about 95% of my business exceptionally quickly. So one of the questions I'm always asked is, I'm a general manager of a bank one day, and then I have the confidence and the courage to take the risk and leave my corporate career at the age of 50 and set up my own business. I'm always being asked, well, how did you do that? How did you get the courage to do that? What made you willing to take that degree of risk that you go from general manager to self-employed entrepreneur, startup business of one? Well, first of all, I took the rocking chair test, which is my new book, and I'd strongly encourage you to take the rocking chair test yourself. But then obviously behind the rocking chair test, I needed to create a process to enable me to then, really focus down on my new world, the world of Gift 631, and think about the business that I was going to build and how I was going to build it, and the skills and the attributes that I'd need to bring to that business on a daily basis. And I created what I call my 8P process, and I strongly recommend it to you. Whether you are about to go through a period of change, whether you're thinking of launching your own side hustle, whether you're thinking of starting a business, whether you're thinking of scaling a business. So the first P was I knew I had to have absolute clarity of purpose. Now at this stage in my life, I already had a pretty clear affirmation. So my daily affirmation was, I am loving being the CEO of my own life and the time and financial freedom that it brings. And I was writing this affirmation down 2 or 3 times a day. What I was really seeking was time and financial freedom. But I knew I needed to support that with a really strong purpose. And the way I got to that purpose was by doing the personal shield exercise. Now, one of the other gift bites on my YouTube channel is the personal shield. So I strongly encourage you to like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and go and find the gift bite on the personal shield exercise. And from that, my purpose was born. My purpose is, I want to help as many people as possible strive to reach their true potential by being the wind beneath their wings so they soar to new heights. Hence the eagle emoji as part of Gift 631. So now I'd locked in my purpose, I'd done the personal shield exercise, which gives you a deeper sense of self, and I've really refined my chosen affirmation to give me that strength on a daily basis to continue to seek time and financial freedom. The second P was to create a plan. Now my plan was really simple. It was everything from, why would people buy from me? What are my products? What are my services? Actually, what is my business going to be called? And I did lots of journaling until I finally came up with Gift 631. So what are my products? What's my pricing? How I'm going to promote those products, how I'm going to promote those services, how I'm going to connect with my audience, how I'm going to reach a new audience, where's my business actually going to come from? So a really simple business plan on a page. And a key part of that business plan was my third P. And again, if you're thinking about starting a side hustle or growing an entrepreneurial business, scaling an entrepreneurial business, think about and answer this question: what problems am I solving? So when I really thought about the problems I was solving, it might be confidence, it might be belief, it might be setting goals, it might be achieving your goals, it might be growing your business, it might be business strategic thinking, it might be building a high-performing team. I really thought about, my strengths, my superpowers, and how I could align them with potential problems that needed solving at either an individual, a team, or a business level. So those were the fundamentals when I was thinking about how do I move, and ultimately how do I pass my own rocking chair test. To move from a general manager in a big corporate position, I needed a clear sense of purpose. I needed a clear plan, and I needed to be clear about the problems that I was solving for other people. The second set of P's is about the behaviors that I believed I need to demonstrate on a daily basis. The first of those 3 P's was passion. I fundamentally believe if you're going to create your own business, if you're going to create a really successful side hustle, even if you're going to be really, really successful in a corporate job, in a corporate business, it's all about passion. People buy passionate people. You can smell passion, you can feel passion. You need to do what you love and love what you do. You know, I absolutely love Gift 631. I love coaching, I love speaking, I love facilitation, I love leadership and talent development. I love writing, I love helping other people. I love being the wind beneath their wings. I love helping them soar to even greater heights. So my first P in terms of my behaviors was passion. My second P relates to my good friend, the RHINO. It's perseverance. I've seen so many people who I believe are on the tipping point and they've just given up too soon. Now, my RHINO friend here is to remind me it's all about RHINO RATIONALE. And the RHINO sits proudly on my desk. It reminds me that it's all about perseverance. You know, I can control the inputs, the actions that I take on a daily basis, and I need to persevere with those actions. So perseverance demonstrated through RHINO RATIONALE. RHINOs, you know, they have a sense of urgency, a sense of direction, you know, they move at speed, but they also have a thick skin. And that's that sense of resilience, of tenacity, of mental toughness, of perseverance. So that was my second P in terms of the behaviors. And the third P was patience. I'm impatient with Andy Fell, but I'm patient with Gift 631. I'm impatient with Andy Fell because I'm going to drive myself exceptionally hard to make sure I'm taking the right level of appropriate action on a daily basis. But I know that sometimes it takes a little bit of time for those actions to feed through to results. So you've got to be patient with your business. It's like Chinese bamboo. When you plant it, you can sing to it, you can water it, you can feed it, you can pray to it, you can dance around it, you can do whatever you want, and nothing seems to be happening. So this is the invisible work that we need to do on a daily basis. But as we know, when the bamboo breaks through, once it starts to grow, it never stops growing, and it grows at incredible speed. And that's the analogy I bring to my mind when I'm thinking about being impatient with Andy Fell, but patient with Gift 631. That's the second set of P's. These were the behaviors I was going to demonstrate, and I do demonstrate on a daily basis. Okay, so the first set of 3 P's are the fundamentals: the purpose, the plan, and the problem that you're solving. The second set of 3 is really about the personal behaviors, the passion, the perseverance, and the patience. So what are the final 2 P's? The 7th one is surround yourself with positive people. Push all negative influences as far out of your life as you possibly can. People who have a victim mentality or a cynical mentality or even a spectator mentality. So negative people, these people are going to drag you down. They've already given up on their dreams and they want you to give up on your dreams too. So push away the negative people as far as you possibly can. Limit any interaction with them as much as you possibly can, and surround yourself with the positive people. The people who are going to challenge you, they're going to stretch you, but they're also going to be the wind beneath your wings, and they're going to help you soar to new heights. They're going to have great ideas. They're going to give you honest and constructive feedback. They're going to point you in different directions about things that perhaps you hadn't even considered. So surround yourself with positive people. And then the final P is pivot. Sometimes you've got to be willing to pivot to win. Let's go back to the start of COVID. Gift 631, between when I left my general manager position and the start of COVID, had been very, very successful. The business was going very, very quickly. 95% of my business at that point was face-to-face. Suddenly the COVID pandemic arrives and I lose about 95% of my business exceptionally quickly. So you have to pivot. And I adopted this mantra called pivot to win. So knowing when and how to pivot is about giving yourself some quality Mozart time on a daily basis. So you think about what you're doing today and you think about what you need to bring in to stay relevant and be even more successful in the future. So the 8th P is knowing when and how to pivot. So you pivot to win. So there is the 8P process. We've got a first set of 3, we have a second set of 3, and then we've got the final 2, positive people and pivot to win. I'd love you to go back through that 8P process. Think about where you are with your side hustle, your idea, or even your new business, and see where and how you can implement the 8P process to take you from where you are to where you want to be. Now, I truly hope you've had some exceptional value from this video. I'd love you to like it. I'd love you to share it. Do you know someone out there who's thinking of starting a side hustle, who's thinking of leaving a job and starting their own business, or perhaps who's just started their own business? If this would help them, please share it with them. Please subscribe so more of this content can get to more people. And I really look forward to talking with you on our next video.